Welcome back, top performer. If you plan to run a marathon, would it be smart to team up with someone who doesn't like to run, like myself? In the workplace, a fast-rising top performer is like a marathon runner, while an average performer is someone who will run if they have to.
I run.
Yeah, you run to work.
One is highly motivated to perform at their peak in that space, and the other is okay doing just enough to get by. Your goal is to identify these career marathon runners in your own workplace for two reasons. One, you want to look for patterns that may have led them to their promotions, which you can then leverage. Two, you want to foster relationships with more top performers like yourself. These promotion patterns can vary from company to company or even department to department, and identifying them within your own organization will allow you to focus on what matters the most for your advancement. Your unique promotion criteria, or UPC, which other fast risers may have already identified, and you want to as well. Now, these patterns fall into skills we focus on throughout this program, including your mindset, network, and how you stand out, but you'll likely see patterns unique to your organization. For example, I noticed about 5 years into my career that there were the 3 fast risers who were getting promotions nearly every year. Well, what did they all have in common? A few things. They were all problem solvers, they were charismatic, and most importantly, they had a boss who was a fast riser himself. This group kept pushing and pulling each other up the org chart, which is a pattern to look for. A question to ask is, who holds the clout in your organization to fast track your career? Your boss is one of them, but you need more than just your boss, because they may be an average performer themselves. You want your own dream team so you can increase your impact and network together. Ultimately, they become your ally and support when you need someone else who shares your ambition and is playing the game. Identifying a fast riser or fellow top performer is not always easy, since 90% of employees identify as one. You find them by paying attention to who is getting promoted.
That makes a lot of sense.
If you're new to a company, then it's going to take more time. But you can start by asking people who've been at a company for a while who's been promoted, or by perusing LinkedIn and looking at the updates there. You can also leverage one of my favorite techniques, which is to take out an executive assistant for lunch or schedule a virtual call if you're remote. This gives you the opportunity to get to know these unsung heroes while also asking them who are people highly favored in the organization and what kind of things they think you could learn from them. If you take the time to get to know the executive assistants, it greatly pays off and they are wealths of information. Similarly, you can meet with others in the org and start to piece this puzzle together by understanding from them who are the fast risers in the company. Just remember to make it genuine and look for ways to bring value to that person and not just extract value. I'm going to repeat that. You want to find ways to bring value to them and not just extract value. Another huge benefit of surrounding yourself with these top performers is it's going to lift you to a higher standard. If you're going to be the best, then you need to surround yourself with the best. And as you advance, that tribe may evolve, since being a top performer isn't something where your card gets automatically renewed each year. You have to keep rising to the new occasion, and that often means the tribe evolves. Evolve. When analyzing the fast riser patterns, it's more productive to look 1 or 2 levels above, since they have more recently done what you want to do. That said, your tribe will benefit from having fast risers that are at various levels. This includes the up-and-comers that you might mentor and ally yourself with. Now, is it possible that there are no fast risers in your business unit? Sure. And this could be indicative of your company or boss's promotion policies. And in this case, you'll need to be more proactive in positioning yourself for a promotion or a raise. However, it's important not to deceive yourself if there's an unwritten rule that you need to be in a position for 5 years before being considered for a promotion.
Good idea.
You'll want to get clarity on this. This may be something that your boss had to do and therefore expect others to do it as well. To determine the reality of the situation, leverage the UPC framework, which helps to identify patterns while also fostering relationships with other top performers. Now let's break it down. In the workbook, you'll find a spreadsheet. You want to populate it with the names of colleagues who regularly receive promotions at your company. It's organized into 7 key areas: frequency of promotion, department, boss, influencer in their corner, the contributions and value of projects, their strengths, and finally their mindset. Schedule time with some of the fast risers you identified to get advice and begin to build rapport. I provided a script in the workbook to aid in this process. Now, if it's intimidating to you, I recommend you complete the videos on forging strong relationships first. But don't overthink it. At this point, you still want to schedule your meeting, leverage the email template I provided to keep it moving forward. When you do meet with these individuals, you want to acknowledge that you're impressed by their rise in the company. Acknowledge that you've heard great things about them. Of course, you should make that genuine and actually have heard these things. And let them know that you're interested in learning what they attribute to their success. These conversations should yield 2 things: information to populate your unique promotion criteria, and greater rapport with this person and the beginning of a partnership you want to foster. Afterwards, you will want to analyze how often the fast riser is promoted to understand the expectations and trends within your organization. This doesn't mean you can't move faster, but the trend can provide insight into the policies and beliefs of the decision makers. For example, you may find that a promotion only occurs every 3 years, or that no one without 15 years at the company can become a VP. You may also see that one department consistently hands out promotions every 2 years, which could be a sign of a thriving department or a boss who is skilled at navigating promotions. If you don't know who the fast risers are, consider meeting with an executive assistant or asking colleagues you already have a rapport with. Be sure to use your emotional intelligence skills and read the room. You want to approach this in a way that doesn't make you appear overly focused on career advancement. I know you are, but you need to find the right balance, so once more, it is also about that person and that you're trying to learn from them. You want to see how you can help them as well. Keep in mind that whenever you reach out to someone, your chances of them saying yes are significantly greater if you can reference the name of someone who recommended you connect with them. And even better when somebody introduces you in person or email to this new connection, although it's not necessary. I encourage you to keep in mind that the relationships you build with other top performers can have a long-lasting impact on your career. As an example, a recent client was able to switch to a new role in an outside company when he realized that he was in this dead-end job. Now, that's thanks to these connections he had made with former top performers who were now at that other company, and they quickly alerted him to a new job that would be a great fit for him. I've known other top performers who've gone on to start businesses together. By fostering mutually beneficial relationships with like-minded individuals, you can create a supportive network that will help you succeed and grow in your career. Remember to make it a win-win for everyone involved. I'll see you at the top. That's it for this lesson. I hope you found it valuable. If so, this is one of the core lessons from my Career Accelerator system. If you want the full course with the workbook, scripts, and bonus tools, you can get access at careeraccelerator.me. Or you can dive into the next lesson here.